When in the UK did we become so afraid of hurty words? What has led us to this moment in our culture and in society? Now, we've been on quite a long slippery slope of not offending anybody and being politically correct for such a long time, but now the establishment is actively cracking down on people speaking out and people's freedom of speech. And as content creators, you don't know whether you're going to get a knock on the door at any given moment. And I think England was built on banter and a good bit of sense of humour and sarcasm and taking the mick, basically. And I know some people will take that too far, but there was a lot of our culture and a lot of society was built on a bit of crack and a bit of a laugh. And I'm not saying that you should bully people or anything like that, but the police certainly shouldn't be getting involved. If you're going out and you're inciting violence or you're encouraging people to commit crimes or you're saying you're going to really hurt someone, then yeah, the police should probably talk to you, but you shouldn't be going to prison for that. Not like Lucy Colony, who got, was it 3 years? She got out for good behaviour. And there's statistics coming out that in the UK, we have locked up somewhere in the region of about 12,000 people. I think that was in 2023. That's more than China, more than Russia, more than most other countries around the world. And it just goes to show that there is a massive crackdown on freedom of speech. And you just get labelled so easily now and people get offended so easily. And I think, not that you should have to put up with being offended, but people are going to have different opinions to you and people are going to think differently of the way the world works. And that's what society's built on. You kind of have to have the yin and yang of society to kind of have a society that speaks for everyone and has a place for everyone. I know obviously there's extremes. I'm not condoning people with extremist views, but not everybody agrees, and that's just kind of the spice of life. Everybody has different opinions. There's no two people the same. You can have the same opinion on something, but a different opinion on 99% of the other things in the world. We should not be using resources to be going around to people's houses. This state of the country with crime and serious things that are going on, and we're wasting resources on going around people's houses on Facebook posts and putting them in prison and feeding them and having to heat them and all such as that. The thing is, are people actually offended, or is it just a case of they don't like somebody else's view? Because there's a good chance they probably don't like your view, but they don't complain about it to the authorities and try and get you locked up. And I just feel like there's less tolerance in today's society to have to put up with other people or opposing views to your own. Lots of people probably don't agree with my views, and I don't agree with a lot of other people's reviews. I've never been big on a religion, but I don't give hatred towards you or tell you to shut up and get all aggressive about it. If you want to practice religion, then that's entirely up to you. I'm quite accepting to it, and that's the problem. People aren't tolerant anymore to other people's views or opinions that are opposed to their own.